Hey, it's your girl Kay. Welcome back to Kay's Content Critiques. I know it's been a while, so we're going to talk a little bit about some of the cool things that I've done, some of the cool things that I've participated in, and then we're also going to talk about the James Arthur concert that I went to on what's this month? Can't remember the month. It is a certain month. May? Oh my God, it's May. May 8th. So we're going to talk about that today. So stay tuned. All right, so welcome back. It's a me. Okay, if you didn't get the intro, your girl's back by popular demand of my 7 or 8 followers. I have returned. This video was supposed to be out like a week ago, but I got COVID again for the second time in 2022. Didn't get it in 2020, didn't get it in 2021, but for some reason 2022 just your girl got it twice. So it's about to be back to super sanitizing, super masking, super everything cuz I'm really not trying to get COVID again. It's not that bad for me, but I do realize that it's bad for other people. So I'm just going to leave this a COVID conversation free space. Just know that this video was supposed to be out a long time ago and I didn't get to do it. So here I am. You're welcome. I think I'll be filming 3 videos today. They're all going to drop different times, but if you see your girl in the same shirt in a different video, mind your business. Okay? Mind your business. Also, I don't think my mic is working. I think I might have broke my, no, you can't even see it. I think I might have broke my mic. So this is what happens when you don't stream for a month or do videos for a month, okay? But it's whatever. So today we're going to talk about the James Arthur concert. So I saw him at the Fillmore, Minneapolis. I personally love Fillmore's. This will be the second Fillmore venue that I've been to. The other one I used to frequent was actually the one in Charlotte, North Carolina. When I was growing up, actually my first concert was at the Fillmore, Charlotte, North Carolina, and I saw the script there. So, as you all have seen from my previous video, I love the script. The first time I saw them was at the Fillmore. So this was like a fortuitous like circle moment for me when I finally got to go back to another Fillmore. And this one is gorgeous. So they have chandeliers in there and they're really pretty. They have artwork, a lot of like artistic, maybe like graffiti-esque work hanging in there, which is awesome. I thought it was very aesthetically pleasing. I don't believe I took too many pictures of the venue. To be honest, I had a migraine that day, and the only reason I went to the concert was one, because it was James, and two, because it was James. That's that's the only reason I went. So because of that, I didn't do all my diligence as I should as a YouTuber doing concert venue-esque things, but it's fine. It's whatever. Y'all don't really care anyway. So going to the Fillmore, I always buy my parking ticket in advance. So I parked a little bit like a less than a block away, I believe, from the venue. You could just go on to, I use Spot Hero in Minneapolis. I'm not sure if they do other concerts or other cities or anything like that. But whenever you go to Spot Hero, you just put the artist in there and they'll just generate the date that they'll be there and they'll show you all the parking garages around there. I believe my parking was like $14, which compared to some places, that's cheap. So I parked a little bit like a block away, walked down there, got in line. The team was very efficient. They have people coming around, giving you your wristbands. You just have to flash your ID at them. I feel like I had like a whole teenager come up to me and be like, "Ma'am, are you 21?" And I was like, "Ma'am, are you?" No shade, but you look young. But anyway, she gave me my little wristband. They process things a lot faster. I will go over bag policies in a different video, I believe, because I know a lot of venues have now started to either you can only bring a clutch, or you can only bring a wallet, or you can only bring bags that are see-through, because they don't want their staff touching your items, Even though when you think about it, y'all should have never been touching my stuff anyway. But whatever, security and safety and, people crazy these days. But y'all shouldn't have been touching my stuff. So I know that's a big thing that is a newer change that a lot of people don't know, especially older generations. They want to bring in like their tote bags and their big old giant purses, and you can't do that anymore. You have to bring either a clutch, a tiny bag, anything like that. You can't even bring book bags anymore. And y'all know that I frequent Box Lunch and Hot Topic, and the fact that I can't bring my mini backpacks really do be stressing me out. But it's okay. Your girl, I'm making it. You just gotta adapt and survive. So I get there, get through the line. Security was very friendly. I had my little clutch bag. I'll show it to y'all in another video. I got so many cute bags now. It's ridiculous. And so I was in there really quick because I just opened my tote. They have a thing that does do, kind of like, in the back in the day when they would use like a pin or something, and they would stick that pin in there and be like, oh, okay, it's fine. Yeah, he had like a little thing on the end of a flashlight, which I was like, oh, innovation. We doing new stuff. My ghetto self was like, oh, look at that, science. So I then entered. There's a beautiful just lighting type thing that says Fillmore, Minneapolis, so you can take your pictures in front of it, things like that. Your girl went straight to the bar, because y'all know how I do. It is bar, merch, seats. Sometimes it's bar, merch, bathroom. I am so sorry. I can't wait to move, because this construction, they just disrespectful all hours of the day. Go home. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. My neighbor is they have some stone retainer wall, and last summer I had to deal with them putting these stones up, and now they're like, oh, we don't like it, so now they're replacing the whole stone retainer wall again. So 2 summers in a row I've had to listen to this. Ridiculous. It's not summer, it's spring. 2 springs in a row. So anyway, so the opener, actually, alrighty, so starting with the Fillmore itself, like I said, aesthetically it was very beautiful. It had more murals, it had chandeliers. It is a general admission venue, and then they do have like a club area that you can buy and purchase tickets that are a little bit more expensive, so you can have a seat. In hindsight, that's what your girl should have done. I should have been up there in the seats, because my leggies, we can't hang no more. My feet were hurting. They hurt so bad I felt like I was gonna pass out. Okay, and I was wearing tennis shoes. I don't know how some people get there and they're wearing heels and they looking fly, but boy, I had to take my shoes off, put them back on, take them off, put them back. It was hard. This is a personal problem. Most people don't have this problem, but I did. I was struggling. So get there, go to the bar. I bought myself, I believe it was like a cider. It was about this big. It was a pretty big cider. And it was $9, which was reasonable. I did not buy a cocktail. You could go up there and order basically whatever drink you wanted, but that gives me anxiety. So I couldn't do that. But those of you who like to alcohol and you know what you like to drink and you drink the same thing every time you go places, you could have ordered whatever you wanted. I think someone got like a rum and coke, or that's the only one I know. The drink I got was nasty, so I ended up throwing it away, wasted $9, but that's not their fault. It's the brand, whose name I'm not going to say, but the brand's fault, because they drink was nasty. So then I went to the merch table. We'll talk about merch later in the video. That comes towards the end. So then I go get my spot. So the biggest pet peeve I had was that the Fillmore didn't tell us what time doors was. So for those of you who don't know, doors is when they actually open the doors to the venue. You can go in at whatever time you'd like to. That's how you get close enough to the stage, is getting there early. However, when the concert or the show time is typically an hour and a half, hour later than that. So when you look at the ticket, it only said 6 p.m. And so me, I was like, oh, it must be starting at 6. Because why else would they put 6 on here if it's not going to start until 8 o'clock? I was very wrong. But I wasn't the only person who felt that way. I wasn't the only person who noticed it. And I was just like, next time, just put doors. It's really easy. Because if I'm traveling by myself, a girl could sneaking into the crowd. No, no issues, no problems. So just tell me when doors are so I can avoid that whole half hour. So I got my spot. I made a friend. Hey, friend, if you ever see this, it's a me. And we sat there for an hour. We chatted, kikied, ha-ha, a little bit. And then Nina Nesbitt came up. And so a little bit of history of me and Nina and I, Nina nieces. So I heard of her, God, it had to be around like 2011, 2010-ish. It was right after her and Ed Sheeran had like kind of broke up. I know, like, this is deep, deep in the archives. And I was like, who is this girl dating that man? And so, of course, I had to go look. I had to go stop. And when I heard Nina's voice, I was like, oh, ma'am, you are talented. Okay, so there was a lot of songs that I liked from her previous. I can't wait to move out the city. Her previous works that I actually loved, enjoyed. They were on my playlist. Like, boy, that's my jam. The Hardest Part is still on my playlist to this day. If you want me in my fields, if you want to be in the fields with me, go to my Dames playlist on Spotify. It has all British singers, and it's all female identified British singers. And it's so depressing and so sad because Adele on there, Leona Lewis, Nina Nesbitt. It got every sad person on there. Amy Winehouse. So if you want to be in your fields, check out my Dames playlist on Spotify. So Nina came out there. She was in like a beautiful like sweater. It was like a boyfriend size sweater, and then she had a jean skirt on, and I was just like, okay, I know y'all just came from England because they ain't no way. Because even here in Minnesota, it was 60 degrees that day. Yeah, it was like 60. But she came out in a whole sweater, and I was like, all right, do you? I cannot judge you. And she then did say, like, when she sat down at the computer, she had not realized that she had to use the pedal at the piano. Did I say computer or piano? Time to edit that out. But when she sat down at the piano, she did not realize that she had a jean skirt on. And so she's like, please don't look. And I was like, you are adorable. You are the cutest creature ever. So some of the highlights were she did The Best You've Had, Chewing Gum. There's some other songs that are really famous. I actually had not listened to a lot of Nina's newer work. I always listened to her older songs up until about the Chewing Gum era, because I actually love Chewing Gum. That's my song. Wait, did she do? It wasn't Chewing Gum. What song did she do? Tell him, I got somewhere else to be. Loyal to Me. That's the song. Ooh, I'm out here lying to people. She did Loyal to Me. That is the era that I started to listen to. That music video is dope. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Nina is in some ballet slippers doing some ballet stuff. It's really awesome. A lot of her songs, she was like, yeah, this is all sad. And I was just like, yeah, girl, but it's okay. We like to be in our feelings. Thank you. And overall, her performance was amazing. I mean, just her on the stage with her guitar, her on the stage with her piano, you could just tell just the vocal range that she has is fantastic. 10 out of 10 would recommend that you see Nina Nesbitt whenever you can. I want her to be solo because I said, what, 2010? It's been like 11 years? America, wake up, catch up. Give Nina an arena tour. What you mean? Why is she still opening? But we happy we got to see you for cheap prices. We happy. So then we have that intermission. It's about an hour or whatever in between. One of my biggest pet peeves during Nina's set was that there was this group of girls who kept talking, kikiing, ha ha. We listening to some sad, depressing music, and you over there like, ha 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 ha. No, concert etiquette, okay? Concert etiquette. Shut up. And so, luckily, I didn't have to say it. There was two lovely ladies to the left of me who were also irritated, who were just like, hey, can you be a little bit more respectful of other people? Because all of us are frustrated with the fact that you keep talking while this person is singing. While we are creating videos of the concert, all we can hear is you kikiing and ha-haing. And it's like really rude. There's a person up there performing and you're talking. And it was insignificant stuff that could have waited till the end of the concert. Okay? Or at least the intermission. So if you go to a concert and it's standing room especially, be quiet. Okay? This is Mama K moment, okay? Be quiet. Shut your mouth. We don't need to hear none of that. If a person is performing, you sit there quietly, you wait till the song's over, and then you go, that was great. Or you go, and then they sing another song. Okay? We don't need to do all that. So then James came on, and history of me and James has been just, I love that man. I love him. I love him so much. Sarange. Okay? Love you. Okay? Love him. His voice, if you have never heard James Arthur sing, I think that it's a crime against humanity, honestly. If you haven't heard him sing, at least. His voice is just phenomenal. There's no other word for it. His writing style, also phenomenal. As an artist, as a singer, as a human being, I don't know how he is as a human, but as a British man who's attractive, he is 10 out of 10 already, right there. If you wanted to know my review for this concert, he's at 10 out of 10 already, okay? So he comes out in this leather jacket. He comes out in a leather jacket. He has a hoodie on top of this leather jacket. And the whole time I'm thinking, he about to be hot as hell. Ain't no way. Y'all got me messed up. If you think I'm gonna come out and perform and sing my heart out in a leather jacket and a hoodie. No, not me. Not I, said the cat. Not I, said the dog. Could not be me. But he came out in his beautiful little leather jacket, beautiful blue eyes. And I mean, he started with, I think, 4,000 hours, 4,000 days, 4,000 something. And he a rock star. Okay, I knew James as a little like, but not, but he was out here rocking it. Okay, this man's like, was a whole rock star. So he started with that song, and then he goes into Medicine. He sung Can I Be Him, which, ladies, we all know Can I Be Him is ultimate James Arthur, just song to put you in your feels. And I was just like, you are him, James. You are him. You are good enough for me, sir. If I was not married, the concert probably would have went a lot differently. I would have acted a fool. But because I'm happily married, I behaved myself. My husband should be proud of me. I behaved. But James, he also sung Emily. And a cool thing that happened was audience member had like a little sign on a little piece of paper that James could not read because he's all the way on the stage. And he was like, I can't read that. What is it? I can't read that. What does it say? In my horrible British accent. And then the person was like, will you choose my daughter's middle name? Because she was like having a baby. And he was like, me? And I was like, oh. And of course he chose the name Emily. And I was just like melting. Like melting. I mean, just full circle, serendipitous moment of him being able to choose someone's middle name. That's the name they'll have for the rest of their lives. And for it to be the name of one of his songs, which is dedicated to his future child. Beautiful. I love that man. So he also did Say You Won't Let Go last, obviously. There was an encore. Your girl had to go sit down during a few of the songs, okay? Because remember, I had a headache and I was about to pass out. So the cool thing about the Fillmore is that in the blind spots, there are actually TVs so that you can see the performance where you are. So even if you're further back, you can still see the performer on stage, which is nice. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And when I had to go take my break, that's where I was. Because I made some friends during the concert, I mean, I just had fun. This concert was much shorter than most concerts would be just because it was only an opener in James and it was in a general admission venue. So they typically are shorter concerts. But all the songs that you want to see, he gonna sing. Except for he didn't do Quite Miss Home and Finally Feel Good. And y'all know, when I found me, I was smiling. Girl, if he would have done that, I would have cried. Would have been in there crying because that's my favorite song that he's ever done. There were moments where he does like a lot of cool like riffs and vocalizations, and every time he does, you just melt. Like I felt my legs were about to give out, not because of the feet pain, but because of his voice at some points. I was like, whew, girl, whoa, woo. And like all of us were fangirling like hard for like this like British singer, which is like different. I feel like I'd never imagined I would fangirl over someone who just take a guitar or go sit at a piano and just create their art and do their art. And so I loved that concert. One of my favorite experiences. I think the experience was so good that I don't even remember parts of it. Okay, and I was mostly sober, just really in pain. So, but I did take videos so that I can rewatch it at a later date and, you know, relive that moment because I believe that there were just some nuances that were happening. But because I was relatively close to him, I was relatively just in that area. I was able to absorb just like the feelings of his songs, of his lyrics. I mean, 10 out of 10. Concert was a 10 out of 10. James alone, instant 10. There's what can I say? This might be, what's the word? Biased. I probably went in there with the idea that it was going to be a 10 out of 10. And honestly, it was. So you can at me, you can fight me, you can do whatever you want to do. He's actually really funny on stage. I'm not going to tell you some of the jokes that he says or anything like that because it's going to ruin the experience for some people. But just know he's like a trickster and he's really funny. And he has a stage presence. I believe he didn't speak as much as like I prefer artists to, you know, get on there and be like, hey, I love you. You're amazing. But not all of them do that. I feel like he might be like more of a reserved person. So I can't hold him to that standard as I would, you know, other people or other artists. And so I know this tour took 2 years because he was planning to come here in 2020, but then COVID happened. So he finally got to do this tour in 2022, which was awesome. I do wish that his next tour is a stadium tour because your girl needs to sit down. At least you somewhere with a seat. Okay, some chairs. Okay, I don't care if you do it in an elementary school. I'm gonna be there, but I'm gonna need to be able to sit down because my feet, I can't hang no more. I just can't. I'm getting old. So anyway, that's all the James part. Just fantastic. He does all the songs you want to hear. Like Nothing really more for me to say about that. Now we're at the arguably it's my favorite part. I don't know if it's anyone else's favorite part, but we are at merch. So the merch table, I will put a picture up somewhere, probably here. Nope, here is where I'll put all the merch, so you'll be able to see. I only got 2 items. Y'all know I'm broke until y'all start paying me. Cough, cough. Y'all, as in YouTube, cough off. Any of y'all who want to cash app a sister, you can cash app a sister. But until y'all start paying me, I'm getting the cheap stuff. So, first thing I got was a flannel. Guess how much this was? And so it says J.A. Here. I need to learn how to point. J.A. here, which if those of you don't know, completely oblivious, that's James Arthur. And I got like a 2X size. I haven't tried it on actually, but I like my stuff oversized, and that's why I got it. And I believe in one of his music videos, he wears something similar to this. And then on the back it says, it'll all make sense in the end. And this is like the tour symbol and the album symbol as well. So, guess how much it was? I'm so happy my husband doesn't watch my videos, because if he did, I wouldn't be able to go to no more concerts. So, it was $75. Did you spend $75 on the flannel K? I did. I did. Why? Because it was a concert. And at concerts, I have no rules. I have no limits. Dobby is a free elf at concerts. Hang on, I'm sitting on the other thing. I never look where I sit. It's always been a problem. And then, so guess how much this was? So it is a tote bag. As you know, my last few concerts, I have gotten totes. So Dua Lipa, The Script, James Arthur, all have totes thus far. This one's smaller than Dua Lipa, but bigger than The Script, I believe. So I can actually tote stuff here. And if I'm not mistaken, this was $20. I'm going to say $20. Now, remember I said most of that concert was a haze. I don't remember much of what happened, but this was $20, $20 to $25, no more than $25. And I'm so excited to have it. I will be toting things. I'm thinking that if I continue to go to concerts and they all have tote bags, I will start to actually make like a little quilt or something out of the tote bags that I get from concerts, from this concert series. So if you're an Etsy person, hit a girl up in like a year, because I only got 3. That would be a very small quilt. But hopefully if there are more totes out there that are the same fabric, it's not like a comfortable fabric, but like, you know how people take quilts and they put them in like a frame and they hang above the doorway or something like that? That's what I would do with it. Okay? So if you are a person on Etsy and you are reasonably priced, you can DM your girl. So, like I said, concert was 10 out of 10. That was the merch for you. I hope my merch wasn't disappointing. That flannel is fire, though. I can't wait to wear it. I know now that it's spring, I won't be able to bust this bad boy out until at least fall. I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm medicated. I can't do this. But at least until fall, I won't be able to really wear the flannel and the glory that it wants, because you know I'm going to be taking this off if I wear it now. I was doing this thing where I was going to wear the merch each video from the video before, but then it's like 70 degrees right now in my apartment, and I'm not about to wear a hoodie. So the Script hoodie is hanging on the chair over there. So I'm going to say I did the thing that I said I was going to do, but didn't do. Okay? So this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, you can like and subscribe. Just don't kill my vibe. So like, if you didn't like it, don't say nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah, I hope to get more subscribers eventually. My next concert will be a lot more, not a lot more fun, but more fun because I'll actually be traveling out of state for this concert. I'll be going to Chicago to see Coldplay at the end of May. So at the end of May, you'll be like, I get to see someone on my bucket list. Coldplay has been on my bucket list for years, and I can finally see them. I've already looked at their set list. It's already fire. It's already bomb. My tickets and my seats, they are what I could afford at the time. So again, don't be saying, "Oh, they look far away. Are they here?" Blah blah blah. No, okay, we don't need under that. Don't keep your mouth shut. Until y'all start paying for my tickets, y'all getting the views and the seats that y'all get. Okay, but I'm so excited to see Coldplay. I was super excited to see James. So that's why I figured that if I didn't post for a month, it would be fine because you get a double feature this month. I have not selected my June concert yet. I'm thinking it'll be Matchbox 20 or I believe they're the only people I remember coming in June. There are probably other artists. I know August is pretty much going to be booked because it's going to be 21 Pilots, um, Maroon 5, somebody else. Oh, Love! I'm going to go see Love. And so that's like what I'm super hyped for, even though I forgot that that's who I'm going to see. So August, July, I'll go see Halsey, but June right now, I have no prospects. So I'll probably be uploading a lot of other content in June and talking about a lot of other things because there are other things I do other than go to concerts. So that is it for today. I hope that you have a great day. And if you like and you subscribe, don't. Bye bye.